ABC News, live in Times Square, Monday, August 11, 2014. This is Good Morning America.
We're going to begin this half hour with a new development this morning in the case of that Georgia toddler who died after being left for hours in a hot car. This morning, the boy's mother is telling her side of the story. Her lawyer says he has reason to believe she may be legally in the clear. And I know you've been following this for us, Amy.
That's right, Robin. Good morning to you. And the Cobb County DA sent Leanna Harris a document that identifies her as a victim in the case of her deceased child. And in that document, Leanna Harris describes the amount of grief the death of her son has caused as indefinable. And that not a moment goes by when she doesn't think about him or what their future would have held. This morning, the attorney for Leanna Harris, whose 22-month-old son died in a hot car in Atlanta in June, is speaking out on her behalf, saying she is not a suspect in the death of her child.
She went from having what she believed is a beautiful, loving family to nothing. How would anybody deal with that? I don't know how she stands up every day.
Harris's son Cooper died after being locked inside his father's SUV for nearly 7 hours on a 90-degree day. Justin Ross Harris, charged with murder and child cruelty, pleading not guilty. His wife Leanna has not been charged with any crime, but prosecutors did question her reaction on the day of her son's passing.
She didn't show any emotion when they notified her of Cooper's death.
The district attorney's office sending Harris a victim impact statement requiring the 30-year-old to detail how the loss has affected her.
On that form where it asked relation to victim, she wrote self. That's because she's considered the victim under Georgia law. And by them sending to her, I think they're alluding to the fact that really she is the victim.
Harris writing, "I now lived a tortured existence," noting she lost her job and is receiving counseling for depression, describing her husband as a wonderful father that would never have knowingly allowed any harm to come to our son.
It'd be very unusual for someone to be labeled a victim and then all of a sudden become a suspect.
In a statement to ABC News, the DA's office claims sending the statement is a standard procedure, saying it is not part of the investigation by police. Harris honored her son Cooper on what would have been his birthday just over 1 week ago, handcrafting this memorial reading, "Happy second birthday to our buddy." Seen in this photo Harris shared exclusively with ABC News.
I hope one day they'll stand up and say they're not going to charge her. We don't know when that'll be, if ever, but we hope it happens.
And Leanna Harris continues to stand by her husband, sitting in the courtroom during his last appearance where he was denied bond. And we expect she will be there again for her husband's next court date. A trial date is still pending, Robin.